Hey, what up, guys? Clarky here. Um, gonna talk a little bit about Diablo 4. Um, well, anyway, to get to the line, Blizzard doesn't really care about the source material, nor do they care about the fans of Diablo. They dropped the ball on this one, guys. Diablo 4 is pretty much what Diablo Immortal should have been, in my opinion, because I could see a game like this for $10-$20 with microtransactions for cosmetics only. I could then at least try and justify it somewhat and say that they're trying something new, making a spin-off, and that it's not a mainline title. But unfortunately, this is a mainline title, and it's for $100. I couldn't be more sad for the fans or for the franchise itself, because we all deserve a lot better than this. The map is small. They brag that it has 5 areas to explore and that it's so immersive, how they blend different ecosystems together seamlessly for maximum immersion. What with ice melting from the fractured peaks, turning into waterfalls that turn into the swamps and other areas. But the fact of the matter is that the side of the map isn't really that big, especially with some of the gameplay choices they chose to go with. There's an MMO problem because this is pretty much an MMO now. So Blizzard is trying to make the game less like older titles in the franchise, like Diablo 1 and 2, the good ones, but rather focus on the 2 worst titles they ever made, Diablo 3 and Immortal. They're trying to chase trends rather than stay unique to themselves and the gameplay that made Diablo loved in the first place. Instead, they chose to replicate Lost Ark. Yeah, nice. I played a little bit of Lost Ark before. It wasn't really my thing or my type of game. I don't like the MMO nature of the game where you see enemies that constantly respawn soon as you kill them, so the next batch of players can come and have something to counter on their way through. I also don't like the map layout. I don't like the MMO features where you see areas that are packed full of other players. Bot issue aside, but yeah, the combat is pretty good. It's satisfying, but also is repetitive, and it relies on cooldowns rather than mana cost. I like Diablo 2's combat style more, and that's 20-year-old gameplay. But yeah, we're here to talk about Diablo 4, right? Not Lost Ark, or are we? Because unfortunately, I can't talk about Diablo 4 without talking about Lost Ark, because Blizzard has had the bright idea to make Diablo 4 into Lost Ark, and I'm not even messing with you guys. My sister's played quite a bit of Lost Ark. She has gotten to the end game. I haven't. So I had her create a character and play the beta, so she could tell me what her thoughts were about it. She told me that she thought she was playing a new version of Lost Ark with a paint job, a Diablo paint job. And you know what? She's right, guys. Diablo 4 is a $100 version of Lost Ark, and they took some ideas from Diablo 3 and some ideas from Diablo Immortal, and then looked to Lost Ark for inspiration. It came down to when it came to their MMO mechanics, and they also advertised it as if they're going back to the franchise's roots, saying that they were going back to Diablo 1 and 2 to make the game more akin to the originals. That made a Diablo household name, but unfortunately, that was all marketing mumbo jumbo, and they chose to advertise that probably to get original fans back to the game after letting them down and dumbing the game down with Diablo 3, and then pissing the world off with how they ended up making Diablo Immortal a cash grab that was meant to take advantage of low IQ phone gamers. But yeah, in short, they lied to us. So here's some of the issues that I have. All right. 1, you can only have 6 buttons to bind abilities to, and they're all on cooldown, so you can never hardly use any of them. The majority of attack abilities have long timers. Yeah. There's no transparent map. You can't adjust the UI that shows prompts. Cannot remove the quest log. Cannot resize the mini map in the top corner. No scrolls or teleportation, or no need to identify items. You can teleport literally all around the map for free from any point. The skill tree sucks. It has rigid build styles. Movement speed is slow, even if you're a rogue, which is supposed to be the fastest class, and even when you're upgraded, you're slow. Character creation isn't amazing. It doesn't have sliders. It's sad that Diablo Immortal had better character creation than this. It's always online. This is a big one. Always online. And because the game's always online, you can't play offline, obviously. And having to always be online causes things like lag spikes and rubber banding, which I experienced during the beta. There was one part where I literally tried to leave town through a gate I just came through to come into town, but I couldn't walk out. There's like an invisible wall in front of me, and I could not leave that door. I had to go until it stopped, and then I went to a different door because I don't know, it just wouldn't let me through. But yeah, so like imagine this: you are playing a hardcore character, right? And you level them up to like level 50 or something, and out of no fault of your own, you start to rubber band during a lag spike, and you get killed. Then you lose your character forever, and you wasted all that time, and for a death that wasn't the result of a skill issue, but was the result of a connection issue. My God, I would be so mad. And the UI immediately takes me out of the so-called Diablo experience. You can tell that it doesn't feel like a good Diablo game. In my opinion, Diablo 2 Resurrected is the best game they have ever made in the franchise. It did nothing to change the gameplay of the original game. The only thing they added was quality of life features and a better graphics. Yeah, and that was like the best thing ever. I still play it. I feel like I'm gonna play it more than Diablo 4. But yeah, Diablo 4 should have forgotten Diablo 3. Honestly, they should have forgot it existed and started from scratch off of the foundation that was made for Diablo 2 Resurrected. Path of Exiles is the benchmark that they have to beat as the modern king of the genre, and the genre was created by Diablo. But yeah, Path of Exiles became king by replicating Diablo 2's gameplay and mechanics, and by innovating them but not straying too far from the true foundation that was laid out for them perfectly for 20 years. So yeah, I find it kind of funny that Path of Exiles came out after Diablo 2 from a totally different company, and they stay true to Diablo's gameplay mechanics better than Blizzard does, with still being able to keep the game unique and different. Now Blizzard is looking to them for ideas rather than going back to Diablo 2 and understanding what it was that made those games so good. In my opinion, Diablo 4 should have been like Diablo 2 and Path of Exiles having a baby together, but the baby takes after Diablo more than Path of Exiles. But instead they chose to further destroy the legacy of Diablo, blurring the line even more to the point that we'll never be able to find the way back, even if they wanted to. Yeah, it's very sad. I not happy with it at all. Like, they tried to appease to Diablo 2 fans, but they literally did nothing in the game for us. They say the graphics, all the shills out there will say that, oh, the graphics are so good and they're going back to Diablo 2 style. No, it's like in between. It's like Diablo 2 Resurrected and Diablo 3 had a baby, and those are the graphics. And guess what? The graphics in the commercials are better than in the game, because it always having to be online means that they have to, lower the amount of graphics because of the data that, everyone has to be online at the same time. It's not like they make the game as good as they can and make it so they have the best graphics and ship it out. And then, like Elden Ring, for example, they can't just ship out a game and you play it on your own time solo and have the best graphics you can. No, they have to have it like they're better in World of Warcraft graphics, yes, but it's still like that MMO type graphics. I don't know. So yeah, those are my thoughts about it. Tell me what you guys think about it down in the comments below. Not happy about it. I'm actually thinking about canceling my pre-order. I mean, that's a fucking $100 for what? If I want to play Lost Ark, I can fucking play Lost Ark, and I can play Diablo 2 literally anywhere. I can play it offline, online, fucking whatever. But yeah, Diablo 4, dude. Oh man, I was hoping it was gonna be fucking so much better than it was, but it's not good. Not good at all. Well, it's good for what it is. Like if I was to give the game a rating for what it was, like if it's a, let's say that this was a competitor that was trying to make a Diablo knockoff, I would give the game a solid 6, because the gameplay, like, it's okay. The gameplay is Lost Ark, but the thing is, Lost Ark gives you more buttons. Like you literally only have 6 action buttons, so you get more spells than you can actually put on your hotbar. I don't like that, and they force you to do that with the way the skill tree is made. That you have to get all these skills that you don't want to get the skills that you want, but like, and you have to put so many points into that area. So they have one area here with a line that goes through them, right? And that they'll be like, oh, you have to spend 5 points here before you can get to this over here. Okay, in Diablo 2, let's say I want to be a werebear, I could put one into lycocanthy or whatever it's called, the werewolf skill, and then you go down another one, and then you go down to werebear. Like you can put one into one each. You don't need to put 5 into each. So I think that's freaking annoying. The only thing is, on Diablo 2, you have to be a certain level to unlock some of the skills. I'd rather that. I'd rather have like I have to reach this level to unlock this skill, and I could save all my skill points to put it into that skill. I don't like having to buy 10 skills I don't fucking want, just to get to the skills that I do want. You know what I mean? Yeah. And plus, I don't like having so many spells and moves and all this shit in my skill log or whatever, skill fucking book, but I can only assign 6 buttons. So let's say I want to have one attack that gets me my stamina back or my mana back, so I can do my other attacks that use resources. Okay, so that's one attack that helps me get mana. I got one attack that is mana driven, and then what if I want a skill that buffs my weapons? Okay, and then what if I want a skill that puts a defense on me? Okay, like this all adds up, and you can't do what you want. Like you can't like put on a shield and then buff your weapons and then get rid of those on the fly. It's not like Hogwarts Legacy where you have a mouse wheel that goes between the freaking sets of spell abilities that you have. It's not like I can press shift and then press the buttons to have another row of attacks and abilities. That's just one row of 6 buttons, and that I can't stand that. So that's a big no for me, guys. I'm probably gonna play it if I don't refund it. I mean, I've spent $100 fucking on it. I'm not gonna waste it. Yeah, this is the character creation screen you're looking at right now. I'm literally doing not shit. Some of it's all right, but not everything. Like, I don't like that they only have like 8 faces to choose from, and then they have 4 variations of that face. How come I can't choose? That's fine, by the way. You could have that. But how come I can't choose the face and then start fucking around with sliders and making myself look like fucking Pepe or something? You know? My guy looks kind of like John Travolta, actually. But yeah. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts. I spoke a little bit more than I wanted to. Let me know what you guys think. Is the game trash? Is it good? Are you liking it? Or do you really wish that Diablo would go back to the roots like I do? If you guys like the video, like, subscribe. I also stream on Twitch. So go ahead and follow me everywhere. Thanks guys, have a good one. Clarky out.